always wanted to travel abroad. I always had like a passion for just going places just randomly, and since I'm young and don't really have any responsibilities, my mom was like, just do it. I went to the Brazil trip and it was amazing.
Global Experiential Learning Program is a program that the college has developed dedicated to helping students to learn how to function effectively in a global environment.
Stepping foot, like right when we got out of the airport, it was nothing like America. It's like nothing Americans have ever seen before, and it was just beautiful too. And the people there are just always so happy. Like, they might not have all the money in the world, but they definitely are one of the happiest people I've ever met in my life.
They get the chance to experience the richness of the culture. The Global Experiential Learning Program goes beyond that, though. What we're trying to do is to bring more ways of embedding international learning and international curriculum and international experiences into everything that we do. Even if you're doing business locally, there's no way to avoid the fact that you will be doing business with other people in other countries.
In Brazil, a lot of the companies that we went to, their hierarchy was like all family oriented. In Afro Reggae, everyone that worked there grew up there, everyone that worked there were related to each other. At My Success, he kind of took his friends and kind of brought them with him. Like, everyone there was just so close, whereas here, it's kind of just like, you know, you have the top dog and then just whoever's the best that you could do it, you know, whoever got picked in the interview, then that's it. So they're very, very close-knit, and they're very, of course, still professional, but it's a lot more family-oriented within the company. MySuccess.com was so pretty. It was just, from the outside, it just looked like a house, but when you go on the inside, it was like it was a recording studio. It was like you were in like Ellen DeGeneres like talk show practice. Like, he had the couches and they had the green screen with the windows. It was just really nice.
All of the trips that we've had so far, we have had tour guides that have been there facilitating from the organizations that coordinate everything for us. And so those guides are there with you throughout the trip.
There, everyone was just so happy, and like once we got off the plane and met like our tour guide person, he was extremely happy as well. So once I realized like everyone around us was very friendly, very loving, very giving, like it just made you feel like you were home away from home.
The only situation in which we wouldn't have a guide is if we had a faculty member who was so deeply experienced in the country that they didn't need it. Now, on our trip down to Ecuador, I've been to Ecuador many times, I've lived in Ecuador, we were on the bus headed to one of the sites, and the students were asking questions and I was answering their question. The guide looked at me and said, "You really don't need me here, do you?" And I just smiled. But even if we don't need the guide there for that information, having them there for the security, for the awareness, for being able to, when something goes wrong, say, "Hey, what do we need to do?" They can make the contacts, they can make the adjustments.
We all signed up, I guess, in like November, and the trip wasn't until that June. So we had about 6 months of planning, and we had like we had meetings every other week to talk about different things each time. We talked about like what to pack, we talked about the history about the country, we talked about the shots that we needed. So it took about 6 months to prepare ourselves. We read 2 books before we left to kind of learn about like the Brazilian culture and stuff. So when we got there, all the companies and stuff that we visited, we kind of related back to the readings that we had prior to the trip. Even if we took it day by day and didn't know what we were going to do the next day, I would have been fine with that, because I knew I was with a group of people that were going to make sure our well-being was okay, and if something happened to me, something was just going to happen to everyone. So I was ready for the risks and the dangers and the fun times. I was just ready for all of it. I wasn't hesitant at all.
The university has a couple of scholarship options. One that focuses just on students based on their performance, and then another that is based on need. And students can submit their applications to request those scholarships, and then based on the funds available and the number of students going abroad that qualify for those scholarships, those funds are distributed. And I've seen students get tremendous support through those scholarships.
At first, I didn't know we had all those scholarships. I worked every single day over winter break besides Christmas to make as much money as I could. And then I finally paid it off a few weeks before the trip, but after it was paid off, I got 2 scholarships from the school. One was the JIRA Community Scholarship, which was $500, then I got a scholarship. And also the College of Business, they gave all of us that are going to the Brazil trip, they gave us a $500 check. So between those three, they paid majority of my trip, but I had it already paid off, so it kind of was like a refund to me, so it was kind of cool.
I have never seen anything like these trips for helping a student change and mature as quickly as these trips help them to do that. I've had students in classes before these trips and the same students in classes after these trips, and it's night and day. Students that maybe were quiet are not nearly as quiet as they used to be. Students who seemed a little bit less engaged are not less engaged. They're more engaged than they were before.
Frostburg is very underestimated. I came here not even knowing what Frostburg was, and being here, I've been a part of so many organizations. I've been able to do so many things. Like, I definitely have a true success story at Frostburg, so I know anything. They can definitely pull off anything. Like, I already knew this was going to be a great trip, especially because of the professors that went, the people that plan it. The College of Business is amazing. Like, I knew the trip was going to be great, and Frostburg always does a good job.